Hi, Dawn Ventry with IEPadvocacymama.com. Please check out our page, like it, and subscribe to our newsletter. I am reaching out today to talk about stigma in the community in families involving children with additional or special needs. First and foremost is there is always going to be haters in everything. I would love to tell you that there's not, but there is. Here's what I would recommend to you. No matter what you're going through, whether you are in the early stages of trying to find your child's diagnosis, evaluations, and help, or whether you are already into my child has a diagnosis, being treated, has the IEP and all that stuff, I'm going to tell you this. You should always look for the people who are supportive of you. There will be a lot of critics out there. There are critics out there even when your child doesn't have a learning disorder or a disability, and it's very sad. But that's just the way it is. And we have to, as parents, take it very, very seriously that the people that we allow around our children, especially if our child has an additional need, have to be the people who are right to be around our children. You want people in your life and in your child's life that are positive. And it's hard. I know that with families and with friends, we've lost a lot of friends through the years. Not going to lie. I think it's more because of me, not because of my kids. But I have learned that anybody who is not understanding of my child's needs or supportive of my child and me does not need to be around my child. And I know that that is hard because there is a sense, as a parent with a child with a disability or learning disorder, there can be a sense of loneliness because there is a lot sometimes. I suggest you look through your community, your school district, through your church for groups that work with children, with parents that are going through the same thing you are. There are plenty of groups out there, plenty of parent groups, mom groups, support groups. I always say anything that you put out there to be very limited on the information you give about your child. You never know, especially online, who's reading it. But there are a lot of people you can meet that have support groups. There are tons of places that have special events for like sensory movie showings or special needs pass at arcades or parks. There's a lot you can do to help find a part in this community without feeling out of place, if that makes you feel better. All children should feel a part of everything. There is a lot of communities out there creating all accessibilities parks, which are great. Giving kids an opportunity to feel a part of things. I know like our school district has sensory hours before Meet the Teacher, so that if your kid has an additional need and can struggle in large groups, they have an opportunity to go without feeling that stress or that pressure. Remember that no child should be treated differently because they have a disability or disorder in a bad way. We have to be understanding. We may have to make accommodations for that child. I know when I have a party for my kids, there are always going to be kids that I have to be more understanding with, and I have to say, okay, like that might not work for them, so let's not do the laser light show. Let's find a way to make sure that everybody is comfortable and happy. I'm going to say this, and I mean it. There should be no stigma involved. I know there are people that are haters. There are people who walk up to you who you do not know, who will say things that will make you go, oh my God. I've had my son very happily cheering people on and be like, woo, yay! And having somebody come to me like, could you tell him to be quiet at the park? And I'm like, absolutely not. Because we're in a public place and my child is not doing anything to disturb you. It's hard not to get feisty, but remember to take a deep breath and that your child has every right to do the things that other kids do. I wish you luck in your journey, and I hope that if you have any questions or concerns, you reach out to us at IEPadvocacymama.com. And have a great day.